My name is Charles. I'm 18 and I started smoking when I was 12. I didn't know I was gonna get addicted. It was more like a social thing. If you were with these type of people, you had to smoke. If you didn't smoke, you couldn't be with them. The smoke actually tastes bad in my mouth, but I knew it looked cool, so that made me want to do it even more.
I started smoking when I was about 15 years old. I think it was just the typical teenage thing to do at the time. You know, you go through a period where everyone starts smoking, and I just started with everyone else, I guess.
It's very common to experiment with tobacco use. The problem is that in tobacco smoke is nicotine, and nicotine is a dependent-producing chemical or drug. A way that you know that you're dependent is when you organize your day around smoking.
I realized I was addicted when I needed a cigarette in the morning. I would get up, a cigarette would be the first thing in my hand, not my clothes or anything. And in school, between periods, I would go to the stairways and smoke a cigarette, which I knew I could get suspended for. And basically, I was dying to get out of school so I could smoke a cigarette.
He can't do anything unless he has a cigarette, and it really makes him antsy and crazy if he doesn't have it. And he lashes out on everyone only because he doesn't have the cigarette in his body, and it really worries me that he's so dependent on them.
The worst part of smoking is the addiction. So you can't be somewhere for long periods of time in public places. All of a sudden, the thought of a cigarette pops in my mind. That distracts what I'm doing.
I crave cigarettes certain times more often than others, like if I'm studying and it's been a long time, or I'm stressed out over homework. I feel like the cigarette relieves some stress. It is annoying that I'm addicted to a cigarette. I mean, it's a piece of paper with a filter, and I'm smoking this thing, and it almost seems like it has control over me and what I do and when I do it.
Even 10 cigarettes a day is bad, but I know in my head that that's a big improvement from a pack to a pack and a half a day. If I knew what I know now when I was 12 years old, I would have never lifted a cigarette up. You may think smoking looks cool or whatever, and you think that you won't get addicted. Most chances are you will. That's the same exact thing that I've thought, and look what happened to me.